Erosion of RVing? Has anyone noticed lately that some RV parks, dealers, and manufacturers seem to be deliberately or maybe just indirectly contributing to the downfall of this industry? Let's start with a 10-year rule.
One of the most common complaints I get with used RVs is that if they're over 10 years old, you can't go in a park with them.
Nowadays, the number of older RVs is up. Whether it's because you can't afford to buy new at today's prices, or maybe that the quality of the newer is down, way down. We've all heard horror stories all over the internet. I mean, it's hard to tell what's just hype and what's real. Many folks love their vintage RVs or slightly vintage RVs. They take pride in ownership, are constantly fussing over, cleaning, polishing, and maintaining them. Much older RVs were just built better in a time when the pride of craftsmanship really meant something. Some RV campgrounds
literally destroying the sense of community and RV adventure that this life is supposed to be all about.
Yeah, we've probably all parked next to or near a newer RV with folks who might be best described as trailer trash. Oh, they have a newer RV within the 10-year rule. But well, you know the kind of guy. He's got a dozen or so projects going on with the RV, but just can't get around to finishing even one. Or maybe through no fault of their own, the RV was damaged by a tire blowout, or a motor vehicle accident, or a design flaw, and they're just waiting for a mobile tech to come into the park to do the fix. Which brings up a whole nother issue. When the parts arrive, they are usually large and are laying on their site for days till the tech can get there. Now that he's there, he wants to start early because it gets hot outside quickly. So you're woken to a symphony of power tools while you're trying to sleep in. And if a part is missing or needs to be reordered because it's wrong, that rig is in a state of disrepair for who knows how long. But it's within the 10-year rule. In today's economy, you would be hard-pressed to come up with the money being asked for your make and model RV, like replacing it with a newer one, just so you can fit into these 10-year rules in more and more of the nicer parks. Availability. I don't know about you guys, but we seem to be getting mixed signals from news outlets and social media. One time we hear that there's a resurgence in RVing going on.
More people than ever before are living full-time in an RV.
Everybody you meet is just down to earth.
And parks are going to feel like pre-COVID, and with all the newer RVers out there, it's going to be harder to book sites both at regular and resort parks. Then on another post, we hear that RVing is crashing because of a lot of factors like increasing fuel prices, park rates increasing, suits against manufacturers, and possible federal regulations. That's NHTSA. That's the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Parts sourcing and availability of skilled labor. We all hear those sales reps, who most of the time don't know squat, tell us, oh yeah, these things are built by the Amish. Well, yes, many of them are, and they are very skilled craftsmen who make amazing products. But remember, they are working for a company that in many cases just likes to sell the idea of skilled labor, but is not allowing these craftsmen to build it in the way they would like. Those skilled craftsmen, have to work with paper-covered particle boards and rely on substandard fittings and appliances from some offshore company that's only interested in the bottom line. This doesn't happen all the time. There are amazing companies out there who take great pride in their products and use nothing but the best component. The problem here is that COVID saw a very large number of skilled craftsmen, the true artisans, who made these companies' reputations what they are, just say it's time to retire. I don't want to deal with this anymore. So many companies, when their senior craftsmen ask for a raise for legitimate reasons, were told by the fat cats at the top, hey, don't complain. You're lucky to have a job, and there are 1,500 other guys out there who would be happy to work here. Then, when pressed, those bosses terminate the senior tradesmen and hire someone who just doesn't give a hoot and will work for beans without benefits. Does the saying penny wise and pound foolish ring here? Those CEOs just don't understand why their business is headed towards the round file. So they've in essence emptied their bladders on their own company, and they just can't accept that failure is the inevitable outcome. RVs are kind of like boats, and all boats leak.
Oh, a water letter router. X1.
The RV is a land yacht with all the problems of a boat, and if you're not handy, it can be quite expensive to keep paying for repairs. Yeah, some things will need to be handled by someone who has the proper tools and skills.
Grab my tool belt!
But there is a lot you can do. Many of these newer rigs, no matter what they advertise, were not built for full-time living. Add to the mix that this nation's roads and infrastructure are in serious disarray. If you bought something new, say below $100,000, even some pricier ones, you'll need to treat it with care and respect. I think that they were truly made for the weekend warriors, and their systems can't handle full-time use. So what about it? Is the industry, manufacturers, campgrounds with outdated rules, inflexibility of CEOs, the loss of skilled tradesmen and laissez-faire attitudes, maybe a throwaway world, or so to say? Combine it with a failing infrastructure, horrendous roads, untrustworthy bridges, and fools out on the roads risking all of our lives, and an economy in the tank, and criminals loose on the streets? I don't have the answers. What can I tell you? Shelley, Grizz, and I have been on the road now for about 6 years full time. Maybe we're just lucky, but in all that time, we've only run into a couple of eggheads. The vast majority of folks on the road are the friendliest, give the shirt off their backs kind of people. By far, the best is this wonderful community that is being built right here on this channel, OLT. We are honored and amazed by your participation and kindness. Give us your thoughts. This topic seems to be all the buzz right now. Thank you all. Please, travel safe.